Hey everyone, Jerod here. Just wanted to shoot out a little communication. As y'all know, a few weeks ago, Callie, Janine, and myself had the opportunity to go to a Vineyard Worship Retreat. And a lot of y'all, prayed and prayed over us and prayed over our trip. And we just kind of wanted to share kind of our thoughts and some takeaway. But I'm recording this video, and then Janine and Callie both already recorded one, and we're just going to be sharing those. But in any case, going into it, we really had no idea what to expect. We were really looking forward to it, looking forward to having that worship time, and also getting to go in and meet some other Vineyard people and spend some time with them. But all in all, it honestly was an amazing week. The time that Callie, Janine, and myself had just hanging out, we had such a fun time, had such a good time. I really feel like it strengthened our relationship and our bond, and that something we just had fun goofing off, eating lots of candy, and but then and even the having the time to just worship together and have that time praying together, and we had such an amazing time. It really was fun. It was good team building, and I'm very thankful we had that time together. The worship was absolutely amazing. We got to see God do some amazing things, and one of the nights specifically, one of my prayers going into it was that God would open my eyes, open my ears, open my heart and my mind. Kind of a general prayer, but one to me that I had some very specific prayers I was asking God for in that. But one of the nights, there was a girl that walked up to me and prayed with me and prayed over me. And, at first she kind of, she started talking about, that when she saw me across the room, that she saw, kind of a fire from heaven and consuming me, which I appreciated. But really, what meant more to me was her prayer. Because she really dug in and just prayed over my mouth, specifically prayed over my hands, and just prayed over my mind that I would begin to believe in the calling that God has on me. And it was funny because that was one of the things going into this week as well. I was really praying for and asking God that I could really step outside of my own head and begin to just let Him define me and let Him allow myself to step into the authority that He has for me. But God really, through that prayer all week, really I felt like speaking and really just fathering me, I think is a good way to put it. Because there's really all week I kind of felt like He was giving me permission to step up, and something I've really been battling. And so I really feel like there was some overcoming in that area. One of the last night, they really pushed the prophetic, and God spoke some things through me, and it was just awesome. Our small groups, we had small groups. Men went with men, women went with women. My group, we were out in this little courtyard, and we just sat in a circle. Everybody shared, kind of introduced themselves. We took turns. We would introduce ourselves. We would kind of tell what our role was at our church. And then we would share something we were celebrating and then something we were grieving. And then we would get in the middle, and then everybody would kind of lay hands and just spend that time praying and prophesying. And it was beautiful on both ends. It was awesome to be able to sit and be the recipient, and but then also to just press in like that and to be able to allow God to use us to prophesy and to speak over was such a good time. And even in that, just getting to meet other worship leaders and other pastors within the Vineyard in that small group was great. But guys, the whole week, I know next year I'm really, really hoping to be able to send some more people. I would like to go again. I know Janine and Callie would really like to go again. And I'd like to take more people because even just the team building, but then being able to just go and have that time away. For me, guys, it was just so refreshing. It was, I kind of told Nick at one point that it was kind of like, a cold glass of ice water after walking through the desert, right? It was just some time that I needed with God to just allow myself to soak in His presence. But even like the networking, like I said, we even had an opportunity. We met some more some people over at the Vineyard, Maryville Vineyard, and that was we kind of had some. There was some just kinship there. We kind of felt with them and kind of excited about that. And I've still been kind of communicating with one of the young men that's kind of taking over there as far as the worship. And we're supposed to get together and hang out. And we kind of talked about our teams, our worship team and them getting together and hanging out, having some worship together. But guys, we appreciate your prayers. This whole week, I can't say it enough. That whole week was it was awesome. Again, just the time hanging out with Janine and Callie, and then just the time pressing into the Holy Spirit and just feeling God's arms wrap around me that entire week. I can't thank you guys for your prayers. I can't thank God enough. And just through the opportunity to get to go up and do that. But anyway, so just be praying, continue to pray, because I'd like next year again. I'd like the opportunity to take some more people and us have a time like that again with a bigger group. And but love you guys. Hope you're doing well today, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. What?